So what exactly is happening here? Well, all day-to-day activities are not very comfortably being done right now because there is no friction. So we'll see some scenarios which will be affected if there is no friction in the world. So here the book easily stops after sliding for some time. But if there was no friction, what would have happened? Well, the book would have kept on traveling and it would have hit this boy. So you see, without friction, things would never stop. And here we have a ladder. Now, this ladder rests against the wall without a problem. Now, this rests against the wall because of friction. If there was no friction, the scenario would have been very different. So let's see what the scenario would have been. So in case friction was not there, this ladder would have never rested on the wall. It would have slipped all the time. Similarly, when this boy is walking without any slippers, he is not slipping at all. But these slippers are frictionless. And if they are frictionless, what will happen? Well, we'll see. So as soon as he starts walking, he slips down because it's friction which allows us to walk. So you see, friction is very important and it's all around us. Now, what is friction exactly? Well, the rubbing of one object or surface against another. This is what friction is. And it's friction which is allowing this book to stop after sliding for some time. Otherwise, it would have slipped infinitely. So what happens when one object rubs against another? Well, this is what happens. So if you zoom into this place, you will see that the surfaces which are seemingly smooth are not actually very smooth. They have very fine irregularities on their surface, and because of which both of them lock each other. And that's why when we try to move an object or slide an object over another, it's very difficult. And that is what is frictional force. Because they are irregular, they are able to lock each other. And when we try to move any object, the other object, which is also irregular, tries to stop it because both their irregularities have locked with one another. And that is why a frictional force is generated. Now, how does the frictional force work? Well, a frictional force is always opposite to the direction of movement. So in this case, the book is sliding from this direction to this direction. So we can say that the direction of movement is in this direction. And how is it getting the frictional force from which direction? Well, frictional force is being applied in this direction. And that is why the book eventually stops, because it is facing a frictional force in a direction opposite to its movement, and it slows down and finally stops. Now, if you change the direction of movement, well, the direction of friction will also change. So you see, as soon as direction of movement is in this direction, suddenly direction of friction is now in this direction. So every time the direction of friction will be opposite to the direction of motion, and that is why friction always slows down or stops things. So what happens in the case of wheel of a car? Well, even here it is friction which allows the car to move forward. So you see, in this case you may say that car is actually moving forward. But what about the wheels? Well, if you see the wheels, the point where it is touching the roads, if you see here, the movement is in opposite direction to the car, isn't it? So the motion is in this direction. And so as soon as it touches the road here, the road applies a frictional force from this direction. As a result, it does not slip or skid, but it moves forward, and it keeps moving forward, and as a result, the car moves forward in this direction. So you see, here again, the direction of motion of the wheel is in this direction, and so the friction comes from this direction and opposes it, because of which it is able to move. So not only stop, but even movement happens because there is friction in the world. So can you tell me what is the direction of friction in this case? Well, as you can see, the duster is moving from here to here. So you see, this is the direction of movement. So what will be the direction of friction in this case? Well, direction of friction is always opposite to the direction of movement. So friction is being applied in this direction, isn't it? So direction of movement is in this direction, and direction of friction is in this direction. So in the case of ball, what exactly is happening? Well, the ball is moving like this. Okay. So what is the direction of movement? How will you decide that? Well, we'll see where it is touching the ground. That is, it comes in contact with the ground here. So what is the direction of movement in this case? Well, it is moving in this direction. So what will be the direction of friction? Well, friction will always oppose it, right? So as soon as the movement is in this direction, friction is in this direction, and as a result, the ball does not slip on the surface. In fact, it moves forward and keeps on moving forward, because friction is allowing it to move forward and not keep on slipping on a single place, because it is able to find a resistance at this place, because of which it keeps on moving forward. So you see, friction is very important for movement. So even when we walk, it is friction that enables us to walk. So what happens? Well, when we walk, in this case, we apply a force in this direction, and a frictional force in opposite direction balances it. And because the frictional force is able to balance this force applied by our foot, we do not slip and we are able to walk forward. If there was no frictional force, then there would have been nothing to balance the force which we apply on the ground, and we would actually slip. So you see, it is frictional force which enables us to walk. So friction is a very important force, and even when it is invisible, without it, we cannot perform very common tasks in our lives. So friction is the force that opposes the motion of an object, and friction acts in the opposite direction of motion. So whenever there is a motion, friction will always act in the opposite direction of that motion, and it is frictional force that opposes the motion of an object, and because of which not only stopping but even moving of an object is possible. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. You can also register for free at deltastep.com to get all learning resources as per ICSE, CBSE, IB, Cambridge, or any other curriculum. Over 5,000 amazing lectures across maths, science, English, and social science. Our unique interactive video technology keeps you engaged, and our iDictionary feature allows you to quickly revise any concept. Master each topic at your own pace with our adaptive practice technology and 1 million plus questions. Get instant answers and detailed solutions. Be exam ready by taking unlimited mock tests, performance analysis along with actionable feedback, personal tutors to resolve your slightest of doubts. That's not all. You also get amazing prizes like PlayStations, iPads, watches, and many more. along with certificates through our Earn As You Learn program. So at deltastep.com, learning is not just fun and easy, it's rewarding too. So register for free now.